Okay guys, please ignore the back shortly screen. We are back. I'm just waiting to find out who won game 1. And we are going to head on to Fantasy 2. I got the map ordering correct when I was saying what maps were going to be next, so all good. We're going back to Fantasy, named after, obviously, well, wasn't named after him, but... Okay, so Tornado was the first map. It looks like Drone did win the first game. So let's just quickly add the win in this series for Drone. I believe I've set up already. Double check. So let's actually go back to the game, just sure I don't forget that, of course. So let's give the win to Drone, save. Let's get ready to set up the next game, which will be, as you can see, on Fantasy. We do have Drone spawning here in the 7 o'clock position as the Orange Protoss. And of course, in the 10 o'clock position, we have Soulsy's Babo. Now, as someone pointed out, I think it was Drone actually, the 4 maps have different base layouts based on different, or the 4 corners are all based on different bases, different bases from different games. So we have Drone in the 7 o'clock and Babo in the 10. Just setting up the colours quickly. Orange and teal, that's all good. So let me just quickly bring up Drone's post. So actually it was jungle terrain. So the top right is Sin Gamer Go On. Bottom right is Ride of the Valkyries. Bottom left is Nostalgia. No. Wait, that must be the bottom right. Bottom right must be Nostalgia. And the top left is it is Legacy of Char. So I guess that kind of works out for this tournament. We are the Clash for Char, so that's cool. As you can see, that's the person who beat Cadenzi. That's probably about as good. That's pretty funny. Right, so what is Drone going to do here? Now, Drone is a very good player. He can play all of the races pretty well. He said his Terran's the weakest, which is why we don't really see it in tournaments very often. Looks like the stream should be catching up soon. Liftoff, yeah, looks like it's all going, so hopefully you guys will be ready. So you guys should see all my overlays and everything come back soon. I know I'm a bit late, but yeah, cool. So we do see a 11 hatch actually coming up for Babo. Not opting to go for a 12 hatch, going for an 11 hatch for some reason. There must be some variation and reason why this is the case. Now, Babo is a very, very good 2v2 player. Now, historically, he never used to do very well in 1v1. But he has had 2700 MMR. He is from Chile, so he is a Chilean Zerg, much like one of the other famous top foreigners at the moment. Everyone knows who he is, so I'm not going to mention his name. Living in Belgium. We see another Drone now. Is he actually going to take a 3rd base at one of the other mains, or naturals? Because, yeah, he is. Looks like he's going to take his 3rd base down here. Or is this a Drone Scout? He certainly got ready to do something over here because we saw his camera do it, but Drone is actually going to Gateway Zealots, guys. 2 Gateway Zealots to open up Fantasy. I believe... Oh, wait, I'm trying to think. Someone said there was a Nostalgia. I guess... Wait, is this the Nostalgia base? I don't think it is. That seems a bit weird. But either way, this is the Legacy of Char base that Soul Babo has actually spawned in. So we are going to see an interesting game. We got the same position as before, but of course Drone this time is going for a very, very different style to the world. Drone is going for that very early aggression. The pool has finished. The first 6 links are now out. Is it going to be enough? How is Drone's micro? Is Drone actually going to be able to kill all of these links and put on a hell of a lot of pressure? We'll soon find out. Now, Drone still doesn't look like he's transitioning out of this. He is going relatively all in. I don't like to say all in as if it's a bad thing. He is just putting all of his chips into Zealots at the moment, though, and he's going to fall back. There's a lot of lanes actually out. Now, one thing is that Babo would have realized from playing a lot of 2v2 is just how to defend against early Zealot pressure. Of course, with a 2v2, early aggression especially, is the order of the day, so anyone who wants to be good at 2v2 is going to need to be able to defend against something like this. Now, does Drone know this? They did play on Neo Tornado, or New Tornado, as their first map. I'm not sure how well it actually went, but Drone did in fact win the game, which is why he is 1-up in this series. So whether or not he used his aggression or he did take it to late game, I'm not too sure, but we do see the Zealot count is continuing to increase. Does look like Drone is going to finally look at transitioning out. He does have his assimilator coming up. Is he going to add another building? It doesn't look like he's adding anything just yet. Although we do see a probe moving up that looks like it's going to the gas. So, I mean, Babo is going to find himself stuck on 2 bases for just a little bit. He has gone into his Hydralist then though. So we will see 2 Hatch Hydra. This is going to allow him to push out a little bit better. But look at this, Drone actually just running straight in. All the Lings and the Sunken. I'm not sure I agree with this decision. How much damage can Drone do? Apparently quite a lot. I mean, 6 Zealots seem to be pretty good against Lings, and the 1 Sunken just is not well placed enough. He's actually going to get passed into the main. A lot of the Zealots are heavily brosed, so this is going to allow Babo the opportunity to try and do some micro here to defend, but I mean, Babo's lost so much already. The drones are actually pulled to try and help against this. 2 Hydralisks, one of them actually bugging out, unable to fire, bugging out on top of the Zealot, so neither player attacking, and that Zealot bugged through the minerals as well, so kind of crazy with him. Another Zealot is running straight in alone to the Sunken Colony, is going to have to fall back. And according to Cadenza, 11 Hatch gets a Ling sooner versus 1 gate. Okay, so that's kind of interesting, but we do see 1 base Robo, guys. We're going to see some 1 base Reaver coming out of Drone. I mean, this could be, realistically, for observers, but I don't think it will be. But we're going to probably see a shuttle here. Now, this is a very good map for shuttle play. Look how big the main is. We see another little engagement going on in the middle of the map. It looks like Babo has maybe got a little bit too ahead of himself, going out losing the majority of his units to 4 Zealots there. Another 2 are going to move up and catch up. We do see the Robo is almost finished. We see a 3rd gateway being added. What is going to be the next building to come up for Drone? I can only imagine it will be the robotic support bay. But I guess we'll soon find out. The Zealots just sort of moving around on the map, making sure there's no Lings out scouting. We see some Dragoons now as well, so some Dragoons and the robotic support base, so there we go. The Dragoons of course will be able to clear down any Overlords they find on the map. Speed is not done, so that will not be able to get away. Unfortunately for Babo, he's going to find himself supply blocked once again. Babo only actually on 21 supply at 6 minutes into the game. He is building a lot of Hydras. I think he's going for some kind of 2 Hatch Hydra bust. But I'm not sure that's ever going to work against Drone, who is just on 3 gateways now. The shuttle is out. It looks like the Reaver must be out as well, unless he's going for some kind of elevator play into the main. This is something that he could do. Maven looks like he's going to pick up the Zealots. Yeah, so no Reaver just yet. That would be kind of crazy fast. But once again, Overlord's just scouting around the map. Not too much going on for Babo right now. He is 25 supply down though. Has a very low drone count. And this drop could do a lot of damage. It looks like it's just in range of Babo's vision, so unfortunate there for Drone, but all of the drones are actually pulled off, and these Zealots are slowly going to take down anything they can find. They do try and go into the Hydras, but some really good micro actually keeps them all alive. I actually may just lose 1 Hydra. No, look at that! Babo with the really good early game micro, showing why he was so good at 2v2. But what is he going to do about his economy? Is he going to try and drone up? He has a lot of Hydras. He should be able to defend against anything that drone throws at him. But now we see the Reaver in the shuttle. By the way, Drone plays random. He plays Zerg sometimes, Protoss sometimes, and Terran. He race picks. It's all good though. We see the first Reaver out. He can actually use this Reaver to just push in. He has to pick the Reaver back up though. Could he get sniped? The Reaver is going to get sniped. Oh my god! Babo actually picking off that first Reaver. Really good by him. Trying to actually micro back the Dragoons with the shuttle. But Babo, with the counter-aggression, is actually going to be able to take out the Dragoons here. What an amazing turnaround. Losing that first Reaver is going to be very damaging to Drone, who does look like he is going to try and get his natural base. But I think he may just lose too many units here. Zealots and Hydralisks on the Dragoons. Of course, there is still 4 Dragoons here. There's no upgrades just yet for either player. Of course, low economy for both of the people in this game right now. And it looks like the 3-gate pump should be enough to hold off for now. Another batch of Hydras are really trying to come out to help push back the Dragoons, but it's not really going to be enough. How does Drone even have vision of this? What the? I guess it must have been just over the thing. And apparently the Slurm says one base Reaver always fails when he watches them, and it just did. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Babo trying to be aggressive again is actually not droning up anymore. He has 7 drones at his natural, only 5 at his main, so this is very much do or die push really from Babo. It's going to be very hard to come back if he does lose this. Did Drone actually build another Reaver? It looks like the shuttle is waiting for one, but it is very late if so. And he's going to need it to actually defend against this. So Pylon is going up. He has no Forge, I do believe, but the counterattack has been activated. The Hydras and the Lings are moving in against the Dragoons. Is it going to be enough? The Reaver actually blocked off at the back. Is he going to be able to kill the Hydras? So it looks like he may just be able to do it. Really nice target firing. GG, and Liquid Drone will move ahead into the finals to beat, or to face even. Beat is getting a little bit ahead of myself. It could be a very close, intense finals here, but he will go into the finals to face DeWalt in a best of 5. So this is going to be incredibly cool, guys. Drone pulling off a really well executed one base play there. Gotta admit, I'm very impressed by that, so that's pretty cool. Drone, of course, does win that series, and that will actually take us up to the final. So I'll leave that on the screen for just a second. Looks like Drone and DeWalt are here. Very quickly, I have drunk a lot, so back in just a second. Okay, I'm back again. I went a little bit overboard on the maps. Possibly, you know? But the maps are fine. That was cool. Okay, Babo and Ultra have both complained about the maps. You know what? You saw the maps when you signed up. There's not too much I can do about that. Realistically, I picked the maps, you signed up to the tournament. You can't complain afterwards when you knew full well what the maps were when you joined. But you know what, I'm happy they signed up. Babo making his way to the semi-final. Will get 10% of the prize pool. Hopefully Quantel knows about that as well. Pretty gunshots, very powerful. Speaking of the prize pool, it does currently sit at $113. Thank you to the donators. I'll thank them once again because they're very, very generous. Gabriel Verlaine with the ultimate generosity of $100 again. And Cheesecake Scribble with the $12 donation. He's donated before too, so thank you very much. And Dimian, I think, has donated every single week. He donates $1. Every dollar counts. And yeah, there is some more games